Hi, I'm Tom Myers, and here's another one in our short tips on training fascia. You all know about the stretch shortening cycle, that if you're going to jump up, you scooch down first. We stretch out the tissue that is then going to contract. That works for both the muscles. It prepares the muscles for maximum action. It also prepares the fascia in a good way, too. And in doing that, you are cultivating the elasticity of the fascia. We have recently learned that elasticity in fascia can be encouraged in tendons and ligaments, and that the kind of movement that encourages that elasticity, and if you think about elasticity, it's a characteristic of youth, right? So elasticity is a property of youthful tissue. Now we know that we can cultivate it, but we cultivate it with what used to be called ballistic stretch, bouncy, quick movements. You have to cultivate it within a second. You don't cultivate elasticity at yoga speeds or Tai Chi speeds. You cultivate elasticity at athletic speeds. And it has to be a rhythmic running motion as well. Things where you are bouncing along and storing and taking back the elasticity within 0.8 to 1.2 seconds. So that is a great way, and a way that we haven't really been thinking about, of training the fascia.
Well, I'm really pleased to talk about tensegrity. This is one of the most central concepts to the new biomechanics, and I don't really see how you can understand the way the body works without it. You know that all biomechanics is about tension and compression. That's all there is. That's the yin and the yang of biomechanics. That's the sum total. You're pushing or you're pulling. Shear, bending, torsion, these are all combinations of tension and compressional forces. So the sum total of biomechanics is, how do you handle tension and compression in the body? Now, we are used to what's known as continuous compression structures. The way we build buildings are continuous compression structures. This brick on top of this brick on top of this brick on top of a piece of granite. Just one thing sitting on top of the other. And we conceived the body in the same way. So that when you see a skeleton in the classroom, it's like the head sits on the atlas, and that all sits on the next one, on the next one, on the next one. All of it sits on the legs sit on the feet. This is our idea of a continuous compression structure, and the skeleton that you've seen in your classroom since you were in 5th grade reinforces that idea that we're a stack of bricks. Tensegrity is a way we can suggest our way into that new mechanics. Is this a proven model in the human body? No, but it makes a lot of sense. So let me see if I can play with this. We are not continuous compression structures. We are tension-dependent structures. Our integrity depends on the balance of the soft tissues of the fascia and the muscle together. The skeleton, it is a series of bones floating in the soft tissue, and there is a form of engineering that much more closely parallels the body. The integrity of this structure lies in the balance of the cords, which I hope you can see on the camera, as opposed to the struts. Now the struts that are like the bones, similar to the bones in the body, they are compression structures. They are resisting compression from this end, resisting the compression, and these guys are providing the tension from one end to the other. But none of these compression members, none of the bones, none of the struts touch each other. This thing is held in shape because the cords are held in balance by these tension members. Now, that does mean that they float a bit, which means that if, I hope you can see this, that the struts are moving a bit as I change the tension on the structure. But something really interesting is happening. It's getting stronger and more stable. Now I can't move the struts so much because as I force it together, these tension lines get tauter, the whole structure gets stronger and more like a solid structure. The design of the body is to take the strain as a system. In these structures, the compression is isolated, but the tension is continuous. It's not local, it becomes distributed. Injury comes when you localize strain. So if the body is a strain distribution machine, not a strain localizing machine. And very, very often, what's going to show up is the problem in the place that's overused, and the problem is in the place that's underused. People don't know what place is overused. They know about the place that's overused. It's your job as a therapist, as a teacher, as an educator. It's your job to find the places that are underused and get them to open those up and start using them, and then the places that are overused will calm down. So this is a model of, kind of a model of a pelvis. You can see the sacrum here in the middle, you can see the femurs here on the outside, and these other 6 sticks in here are models of the pelvis. So I would say to trainers who unfortunately in their education are often more focused on the lats and the pecs and the big muscles on the surface of the body and wanting to make them strong and functional, that If you really learn to look for the small movements inside, closer to the spine, closer to the bones, like these motions of the hip bones, that the bigger motions will get easier and easier to train.